Hey guys, welcome back to Startup Central. Today we're going to be talking about Blockfi and what is happening with Blockfi. Are they in trouble? Are your funds, if you have money there, are they in trouble? And is there something that could potentially save Blockfi? Yes, there is news about that, and that's what we're going to be talking in this video. So if this is something that interests you, you have to stay until the end of this video because it's going to be interesting and hopefully useful information for you. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay guys, this is going to be a short video and I'm going to try to get to the point really quickly. So BlockFi is one of the places where you can earn yield on your crypto just like Celsius and just like Voyager. And as you know, Celsius and Voyager are in deep trouble. They have frozen the accounts of people who have money with them. And well, Celsius is the one in deeper trouble. Voyager received a $250 million bailout by FTX to try to save the company and of course try to save the funds that people have in there. And while Voyager has kind of enabled to withdraw just a tiny bit of the funds you have in there, it's still not back to normal, which means Voyager is still not saved. So BlockFi received a similar amount of money, which is not called a bailout, it's called a loan. But why would you get a loan if you're not in trouble, right, guys? If you have all the money you want, then you don't need a loan unless you're trying to grow your company. But this normally is not needed with crypto because, the investment would come directly to these companies. Now, there's fear, there's, very understandable fear in this space because of these other two companies, Celsius and Voyager. So, money has been going out of BlockFi and Nexo and all these other lending platforms where you can earn yield. And what happened recently, apart from that $250 million bailout or loan that BlockFi got, today FTX, which is one of the largest funds in the crypto space, decided to offer BlockFi to acquire a stake in the company. So that's what I'm going to be showing you. So we're going to be following my browser, read quickly this news, and then at the end of the video, I'm going to tell you what I would advise, while I'm not a financial advisor, what I would advise a family member to do if they had money on BlockFi. So this is the news report. It is dated June 24th, so that was last night. FTX, which is owned by Sam Bankman-Friedman, he's a super rich guy in the crypto space, is in talks to acquire a stake in beleaguered crypto lender BlockFi, as reported by the Wall Street Journal. The potential tie-up would quickly deepen the financial relationship established when the crypto exchange FTX extended a $250 million emergency line of credit to BlockFi earlier this week. So it was a loan, but they're calling it an emergency. And if it's an emergency, it's because something is going on, guys. According to the Wall Street Journal, the talks are ongoing and no final terms have been reached. So they are ongoing. I mean, this could mean that the purchase could be completed or could not be completed. If it's completed, then they would have more money to save any potential danger that would, fall onto BlockFi or the people saving money in there. But if it's not reached, then who knows, guys. BlockFi does not comment on market rumors, said a BlockFi spokesperson, and they continued that we are still negotiating the terms of this deal. Sam Bankman-Fried's trading empire has emerged as a backstop for the crypto industry amid fears of contagion in the falling markets. Last week, Alameda Research, the quant trading shop controlled also by Bankman-Fried, gave a revolving line of credit to troubled crypto broker Voyager Digital for $200 million in cash / USDC and 15,000 Bitcoin. So they updated this news article, which is what we already read. So guys, what would I advise a family member if they had money on BlockFi? I already removed all my money from all these yielding platforms because of a number of things, and this is what I would advise a family member. Of course, do your own research. If this is helpful for you, then you can follow the same advice. I would remove my money from any of these platforms for the time being. until the dust settles, because we don't know what's going to be happening. Most of these companies got into trouble because they received the money from investors and then they put the money to earn yield in other protocols. And if these other protocols go broke, then the money you had with them that was invested in those protocols suddenly vanished. So we don't know what's going on with Blockfi. Of course, all these companies have different policies of what to do with your money, but they cannot pay you a yield without doing something to bring in money. Otherwise, it's just a Ponzi scheme, which I don't mean to say that any of these companies are like that, but whatever they're doing might have not worked. So one of the things that they did is they invested, a few of them invested heavily on UST, and as we know, UST went to zero, so all that money vanished. What we do know is that Celsius invested in staked ETH, so that's ST-ETH, and staked ETH depegged from ETH. So until the Ethereum merge, going from proof of work to proof of stake happens, it could happen in August, but we don't know. Celsius will not be able to repay people if they wanted to remove the money from the platform. Now, we don't know what's going on with Blockfi, but we know that they're calling this an emergency loan. And on top of that, FTX offered to buy a percentage of Blockfi. So we have a saying in Spanish that when the river is making noise, it's because water is flowing. So this, I'm trying to mean that all this news mean that there's something going on. We don't know what it is. We can only assume. But what you can do, guys, is to try to protect your money. So if you have funds invested in any of these platforms, it's much better to keep them in a safer place. And what is a safer place? The safest place would be either your personal wallet if you want to keep your money in crypto, or your bank is supposed to be a safer place, although we know that banks go broke too. So that was it for this video. I hope this was useful. If it was, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel if you want to learn how to properly invest like a Silicon Valley investor would. So see you in the next video. Bye bye now.